Oh, I think I will go read quietly in the corner for 10 minutes, yes.
Okay. The book has changed. It seems to have all sorts of encyclopedic knowledge about nature and seasons of Grand Station. You know this because you've been living in Grand Station forever. It doesn't say Grand Station,
Right.
but it talks about the vermin of the streets and stuff that you could find in the sewers versus things you could find in the woods.
This is a nice book.
And it all changes and moves. It talks about agriculture in the tiered agriculture that is along some of the mountains, and sort of how you farm in mountainous valleys.
Nice. All right, I will look for information about smoke dragon familiars,
Sure.
mist-like familiars, things like that.
Okay. So while you're reading, you're having a conversation.
Yeah, I will sidle up next to and say, Mr. 1,000 Bones, was it?
Just 1,000.
Yes,
Have you found what you were looking for?
I was actually wondering if perhaps we could speak in private, sir. One of these tables for a moment.
Your diplomacy blows.
Does it?
Yes, of course.
Is it really? That's not that bad. It's
Show me where
14
show me
plus
where
14
you're show me where you're leading him.
I got glamour running. It gives me a +5 on diplomacy.
I've got you really low on that.
7.
Well, how
is
many
my
ranks do you have?
Normal. I've got 4 ranks in it. +1 from Zalara's amulet gives me diplomacy.
Make sure those bonuses are not all the same.
Oh, you do have ranks in it. Okay, you've got 4 ranks?
Mm-hmm.
+1 from Zalara?
Mm-hmm. 5 from a glamour and 2 from heroism.
Okay, that's better. I just had you at no ranks.
Zalara gives me a competence bonus at charisma checks. Charisma-based checks.
Nice.
Glamour is
What's the spell?
Glamour.
Yeah, you're +14.
A circumstance
okay.
bonus.
That's pretty good.
Heroism is a what bonus?
Morale.
Morale.
Actually, let me double check.
Okay. Show me where you're dragging him off to,
should
and
be.
as you're going to sit quietly at a table, Luudo, you've just gotten up. I don't know, to take a piss or something.
Yeah.
The Jakes are outside, kind of around the side of the building. When somebody bumped into you, rather hard. I'm gonna put a token down.
What did you think I had? Like a 1 in diplomacy?
A 4 with heroism.
Discouragement checks, baby. Here we go.
Woo! Yeah, no, that's much better.
You kind of turned around the corner and he bumped into you.
Easy, man. I'm just so little.
He stops for a moment. Give me a perception check.
Oh, God. Come on. $30.
He's carrying a staff, but there's some weird grooves on his staff. They're grooves that suggest that he could easily put something around about 6 inches down from the top of his staff to be a training sword. Like he took off the cross guard on the sword to make his walking stick to make his practice sword look like a walking stick.
Huh.
Not much of a limp for a guy with a cane.
Get out of my way. That's what he says.
Hey, you're in my way. I'm trying to just take a pee and enjoy my old friend's tavern. and you're over here with your stick and your broad shoulders and your height.
Okay, what's your CMD? Actually, give me an initiative. As you can see, he's moving his stick in to behind your leg. Should also be on the combat sheet if you're looking. Luudo is +7.
7?
Yep.
27.
Okay, you get to react first. You see,
20.
You see his reaction. He is about to trip you or do something with you with the end of his sword staff.
Ludo's gonna do a kind of like a, what do they call it, a barrel kick? Like, not so fast! Not so fast, cane guy!
So you're kicking at his cane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it behind me, I do a kick backwards and try and knock it out of his hand.
Okay. Give me a CMD. Do you have improved disarm?
Probably not. CMD is 21. Did you say CMB?
Yep.
Sorry. Is this with?
And you're just trying to grab him with. You're trying to grab the cane out of his hands with your own hands.
Is that a dirty trick?
No, it's actually a disarm.
That doesn't. I don't think.
You could try a dirty trick. It would have to be something different than disarming him.
Right. Oh well. Glorious 5.
Okay, so he gets an AOO against you. And he smacked your hand hard with the cane as you reached out towards it, doing 3 non-lethal.
By the gods! That's my stabbing hand!
He raises an eyebrow. I said, get out of my way.
Ah! How am I gonna punch you in the face with this hand now? Ah! Try it again.
Pardon?
Try it again.
He smiles as he saw what he was going to do, and then he shifts to the other side. He's going to try to trip you.
Do I do another?
Well, no, you had your attack, so he's going
right.
to. What is your CMD?
Oh. 21. 23 with dirty trick.
Okay, so he rolls a 13 on the die, and you are now on the ground. He pulls he had it in one hand, he just tossed it to the other hand and did the same thing almost ambidextrously with his offhand and kind of stuck the post or stuck his staff in behind your knee and just gave you a mild shove, and you just go scrambling back onto the ground.
Oh, there's a beverage here, man! As the drink he had in his hand is now scattered across the ground.
He takes his move action and just simply strides by you.
That is very disrespectful.
He gives you a look. Try harder next time.
What a dick. As I'm trying to scoop the drink back into the cup from the ground.
Okay.
Hard life for a youngin'.
If this was a movie, there would be a pan in to the part of the belt where he first made contact with you. And what Luudo didn't quite realize he did was that he, instead of taking something from your belt, slipped something into it. And there's a strange card with a swordsman on the front of it that you'll find later.
Nice.
That's pretty crazy. As we
All right, now let's go back to the 10 minutes. Your thing will happen first. You sit down with thousands bones.
Yeah, so as we walk, or he gets up, I'll order two of what 1,000 Bones was having, Samson, if you please.
The fish stuff.
No, that is what you were drinking, 1,000 Bones?
It was a meal.
Oh, can I buy you a drink, sir?
Or what you people consider food.
Yes, well.
Oh yes, the fish soup.
Oh, how about two fire dragon brandies, perhaps dwarven vintages of some sort of whiskey.
Okay, he pours 2 fire brandies, and Thousand Bones shakes his head.
No?
I wish to know what
Uh,
you have found.
Yes, I'll say picking up both the drinks and leading him over here.
Yep. Samson comes over with a couple of drinks.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, you left this at the bar. He's got the bowl. He's got the bowl of this mushy.
I believe he's done with that. You are done with that, yes?
It is fine.
I will shoo off Samson.
Yep.
Please.
Small bites. Over a long period, I suppose.
Yes, well, sorry to hear that. But yes, about your son, was it?
Not my son.
No. Well, your kin?
Yes,
Well,
my grandson.
yes, we have found his body and recovered it for you. We of course, don't have it right here in the open at the moment. It's somewhere on Zephyros or something.
Yeah, I would assume we left it kind of in Zalara's room or
upstairs.
something
It's in,
like
it's
that.
in a bag
or-
in Zalara's room? Sure.
Yeah.
Shall
yeah.
take you to it now upstairs if you'd like to see him.
You found some strangely body-sized bags in the Darrow place. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of a black leather. It's almost like a big duffel that you could that you've got all the bits in.
I do warn you, though, these fiends were cruel to him. We have recovered him, though it is ghastly, so I must warn you now.
He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and then nods.
I will
I
put
thank you for your warning.
the brandy in his hand. I will nod, and I will take mine all back in one.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check to see how well your reassurance of
I'm trying to get him to take a shot with me, too, to steel himself for it, like a gentleman here. 23?
Yeah, he slowly sips the brandy. He doesn't shoot it like he's an expert, but he slowly empties the shot into his mouth and
Without saying
sniffs. He does get up and follows you upstairs to Zalara's room.
Yeah.
All right, you've sifted through enough of the book to make a roll.
Excellent. I will make a roll. 29.
This is not a creature of nature. At first you thought it was an elemental. The best you can guess is that it is some sort of while it may have the same subtype as an air elemental, it is probably a dragon. This book doesn't wander into the topics of dragons, but you,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
do you have knowledge arcana?
Of course.
Okay, you can give me another roll with a +2 because
I'm
you've
the bard.
exhausted some possibilities.
Knowledge Arcana. Okay, that'll be a +15. $30.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is indeed called a smoke dragon, or Draco Fumo Safako.
Delightful.
This would be an improved familiar if indeed he bonded with it.
Yeah.
And there's something about the pipe that is likely making its smoke form permanent.
Okay.
As normally smoke dragons can turn into a gaseous form once per day.
Okay. Cool. Oh, that's a really interesting familiar. Yeah.
Your companions have all kind of shuffled in, sitting along the steps of this area. Tech is nearby, watching you read, or guarding you while you read. Pixels dancing around in people's cups. Professor, you take 1,000 bones upstairs. He pauses for a moment. When he reaches the door to Zalara's, he's just staring at the door.
Is something wrong, sir?
This is not a good place.
No. You feel her, Zalara?
There is a spirit here.
Yes. Yes, there is. She too lost kin. It pains her dearly.
He fumbles around in a pouch for some strange dust he throws at the door and then makes some sign and then is willing to walk in. He might have thrown salt at the door or something like that.
It's fine, whatever he's gotta do. Let's just be on with the deal. I will somberly lead him over to where we have the body laying there in the bag.
Okay.
I will mage hand it open, or I'll wait for him until he gives me the nod that he's ready.
Yeah, he kind of goes to one knee in front of the bag. You can see he's praying.
Quietly wait for him to give me some kind of signal.
Yep, he looks like he's about to move to open the bag himself.
Himself.
Okay.
Defiles is what he says slowly under his breath, with a tone of anger there.
I will just let him have his moment.
Yes,
His
he does
corpse.
reach in.
He pulls up the head of his grandson and stares at it for some time
Yeah.
before putting it back in.
I'll close it with mage hand if he doesn't.
Your people should be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, frankly, I wouldn't call them my people a bit of a stretch. 1,000 bones. Can't say they would call me their people if you were to ask them.
You are right. This place is a mingling of 1,000 tribes.
Yes, the Great Wheel meets at this hub. Stationed is hardly a home for anyone.
I must return home. May the spirits themselves wash away this travesty. You have done your task. Tell the lieutenant.
No, and where is home again for you? The Bastoni Badlands? And Bosterra? Is it?
Beyond there, but yes.
Oh, do you get many other catfolk traveling this far?
There are some that come to test themselves in this place of the mingling of tribes.
Do I know, is Esri a different race of the same kind of catfolk thing?
Yeah, knowledge nature.
Nice. 36.
Yeah, elephants are to phants, as great cats are to rakastan. More common cats or smaller cats are to Bastani. And then the great cats have many sub-stock to them. He is of like tiger to Shirkasta Rakasta.
Never any Bastoni in your homeland?
There are some.
They are rather rare in station, I think.
Yes, we are fewer than we used to be, but you will find many of us in the Cinderlands.
Oh, yes, well. Anyway, I appreciate you visiting, I suppose. Can I assist you with anything else?
No, I will find my way home.
Yeah.
He gets up, he closes the bag and carefully picks it up and carries it from this place. He pauses for a moment and nods at the room, as if somebody, not you, spoke to him.
I'll wait for him to walk out.
Okay.
I will take out Zalara's deck, and then I suppose that went well.
Okay, you gain a low fuming anger from the deck.
Yes, I know, girl, I know.
The deck does not seem to want to talk to you right now.
Yes,
It is not ready.
of course, of course. I'll put it away and head back downstairs and find this Master at Arms, or what was his name? Emmerich, yeah. I believe he is the one with my reward.
Yeah, are you approaching Emmerich?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Emmerich.
Okay, Ludo, you've come back in. You've taken your pee. You can see the professor wandering over to the lieutenant.
Lieutenant?
Fereosae also sees that.
Oh yeah, I'm going over there.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, perhaps we could have a word with you.
He seems distracted
in
by
private?
some tiefling woman that works here. oh, there you are, he says. Hi.
Yes.
That does look distracting.
Shall we adjourn to one of these booths over here? I believe we should have words, young sir.
He does see Thousand Bones just sort of leaving the place. Oh. Thousand Bones gives him a nod. You did it then.
Yes.
Where do you want to talk?
Over here. I'll go back to the same.
Okay. Ludo, there's some sort of mushy fish gruel.
It's been half eaten.
And
you gonna
hey,
have
look, like a shot of
Fire whiskey is just sitting there.
Who's gonna look around and be like, does this people just leave this stuff
The
around?
professor will wink at him.
Alright.
Emmerich sits in. Looks like you've braved the dead warrants. You are heroes, is what he says.
No, we're just locals.
There are still bad things there, but fewer of them.
He pulls out a like a case. He opens it up. There's a couple of folded pieces of parchment. He pulls out a little bit of wax, puts his own seal from a ring on a piece of parchment. Well, here you go.
What is this?
Your payment.
Is it anything? It's an envelope?
It is a piece of paper that says it's like a pay bill. You'll have to bring this to. You don't think that the station god's going to let us wander around with 1,000 gold coins in our pockets? Or rolls of thousands of dollars?
I suppose
Maybe.
not.
Fair enough.
You'll have to go to the Citadel. It's common enough. It's got my mark.
Yes, well, it's a bit of
Right.
a walk, but I suppose we'll have to.
Okay, it's like an official promissory note. It's already signed by somebody by the name of what's her name? Her name is. Calls her the commander. It says Commander Croft on it. That's what I remember. Commander Croft, she's aware that you took this job.
Yeah.
It's her signature right there.
I suppose we'll have to go in and collect this payment in person.
Yeah, it says $1,000 to be submitted to the paymaster at the Citadel.
I will, I
It
guess,
has some numbers on it, probably referring to.
look a bit confused for a moment and stash it away.
Okay.
I'll put it in the skin grafter's bag with a sleight of hand.
Okay. This is a really big deal, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
How nice.
You are all right then? You all survived the dead warrants?
25 sleight of hand. Oh, yeah, it seems
Sure,
we
why-
did.
Why do you ask?
Well, I hear it's a dangerous part of the slough.
It is.
Graveyard, I mean, it's dangerous as stubbing your toe over some stone lying on the ground, I suppose.
He smirks at that. Not too sure what you're up at, what you're talking about.
Professor doesn't seem to be joking.
He glances at the bowl of fish stuff and gives it a sniff and then coils.
Yeah, I suppose that avoided war or something.
Yes. This will go a long way in our diplomatic relations with the Rakasta of the Bosterra Badlands.
Yeah, well, okay.
They are dangerous, or can be.
We may need to visit them. Or some in that area. Sure.
On behalf of the guard of station, we give you thanks.
What else you got?
Yes.
Any other jobs?
Now, at the moment,
Alright, well, keep us in mind.
I will.
We'll be around.
He smiles. So what are you going to do now? Probably cash in your big payday, right?
Of course.
Ew.
With that kind of money, we may even go and buy our way into a ball and see the Queen.
No, don't take a vacation.
Mm.
Wait for
He
the.
kind of scrunches at the mention, like his face scrunches up a little bit at the mention of the Queen. He doesn't say anything, but
Does he know we're supposed to be there?
No.
no.
Do we know his feelings on the Queen?
He may not like the Queen as much.
Makes him scrunch his face up a little bit when we
Yeah.
say it. So yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm seething hatred. It was
Yeah.
just like,
Not
super Yeah,
enthusiastic
yeah.
about her.
Could be sexual.
I hear she's quite the looker.
Dime.
who?
Queen?
Yes, the sovereign Queen is very beautiful.
No, yes. Was I still talking? Oh, sorry.
Best not to say otherwise, he says.
No. Of course. Especially not one of her guards in her employ. Probably shouldn't be talking bad about your boss.
He squirms a little bit and pokes at the fish stuff again.
You gonna eat that, or
No, I don't know who this is.
well then stop touching it because it's mine.
Sorry. Smiles.
Thank you.
Well, I suppose that's it then. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well. Things are starting to get better, I suppose.
Do you know if the trains are running again?
I heard that they're not running.
How's our friend going to get back to his people?
Well, they're not running for the public. There's still some military trains going in and out. I'm sure with his diplomatic credentials, he'll be able to get aboard one of the trains, one of the outbound trains.
Oh, good.
Has a lot of us concerned. I would save what food you can, he says as he pushes the plate towards Luudo.
Exactly. Who's
Well-
gonna pour the fire water shot into the fire whiskey shot into the food?
If there are any other jobs, you could also mention when you go to the Citadel. There is a board there for mercenaries.
All right. Good to know.
Not everyone's paycheck has Commander Croft's name on it, he says, as he doesn't know where the page went because you...
This is
Excellent.
Commander Croft sounds like quite the top brass then.
She is well respected, though under a lot of pressure.
No pressure. How?
She's at the top.
Not a responsibility.
Dangerous time, isn't it?
It is a dangerous time. These are very dangerous times. Well, I should report in to my shift commander.
Yes, you probably shouldn't be at a bar while you're on duty. Really, you just got reinstated.
I came here for some food and to check in on Thousand Bones, and good thing I did. You got paid after all.
Yes, and I suppose you know nothing about that empty glass of fire whiskey in front of you either.
Okay. You do notice, Luudo, that when he got up, he kind of gave a head nod to the old guy that knocked you over, who's now sitting at the bar.
Good morning.
Hey, man. They apparently know each other or whatnot. Lieutenant Emmerich Grubauer does leave.
A little bit of fish stuff falls out of Ludo's mouth as he watches up. Suspicious.
Shelsa comes out, like, is half out of your sleeve, eating from the fishbowl.
Oh, funny.
What was that, Ludo?
Nothing. This is bad fish.
So
I said suspicious.
Well, that's sort of done. I don't know. We need these paper to be turned into something more useful. Shall we do that straight away, or were we going off to the deserts? I suppose we don't need the train to get there.
I suppose not.
Alright, well, they see that you're all shuffled into a couple of seats, and Zephyros just goes and stands in front of you.
Grab a seat, big guy.
There is not enough room.
Want to sit on my lap?
No.
Probably for the best.
Is it time to finish your mission then, Zephyros?
Oh, yeah.
You were not the only one carrying
A bag of bones.
Shall we proceed there straight away then?
Don't talk about the professor like that. Everyone is so rude here.
All of you meat sacks are bags of bones.
Did someone say meat?
I get my ass kicked by a cane guy.
Cane guy? What on
We got
earth?
a drunk captain of the guard, and then we...
What is this world coming to?
My God, it's time for a vacation.
Alright, Luudo. You can think of a bunch of doors. You've been all over Bosterra Station, like the town.
Right.
There's
There's an equipment shed behind the main tavern that you've snuck into a few times.
Sounds promising.
Ludo sneaking into the shed out back.
You're like, yeah, there won't be too many things like out there. That might be a good way to get to Bosterra.
Is there a second option that is a little
You
sexier?
could choose like one of the hotel, one of the inn rooms, although they might be occupied.
Yeah, we'll choose the shed's promising. Chances are that old janitor won't be in there anyways.
Yeah, this time of night kind of thing.
yeah.
But this time in the desert.
All right, where are you leaving?
Well, gentlemen, I think it's time to retire to our quarters upstairs.
I believe you are right.
Get a jump on the sunshine time.
Yes,
That sounds good.
we can exchange the paper for money later, says Zephyros.
Oh yeah,
Indeed.
money.
They're just going to give us more paper anyway.
Your big payday. I'll get to it.
Although we can buy something useful with
you
it.
guys have come across much more than $1,000,
Yeah.
but to the lieutenant, $1,000 is pretty damn.
Yeah, that's
This is bullshit.
real money.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't put headlights on the crab for $1,000. All right then, Luna's gonna try and do like a very acrobatic jump out of the booth.
Okay, speaking of the crab, are you going to go back to get the crab before going to Bosterra?
Taking the crab to Bosterra?
Yeah! It would be cool, but is it necessary?
I mean, you did steal that crab from a museum.
That crab is pretty freaking cool.
You have hardly ridden it, Luudo.
I'm thinking the logistics here.
Think about how much it makes Manny happy, though. He's always so grouchy these days.
And he does love the crab. However, I don't think the place we're going is going to accommodate a crab entering it and then exiting it.
The shed.
Where are we going to appear?
Well, it's this old shed that I used to bring people into.
Not steal!
I used to hang out there by the tavern.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where you hid your money before going in?
Well, it's a whole thing. Right.
Manny smiles. He used to be on your mining crew, so he knows some of the places.
It's not important anymore.
Did the people you took in there pay you?
I usually pay them.
Oh, alright.
One of those sheds.
Manny's just smiling. Okay, you go.
The first time there were crabs in that shed, I'm sure.
Is it?
That's funny. Oh, funny. All right, so you go up to Zalara's chamber. Turn around with the key.
All right, the old shed. Come on, shed.
Well, first you got to go to the hut.
Right.
Give me a D71.
We got chatters. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's quite.
Here, give me the
It's
roll.
you.
71.
D71. 34. Alright.
34.
Let's decrement that by 1. It's 10th, isn't it?
A little.
Don't know what's going to happen. I'm in the wrong campaign going, why can't I find the thing?
Mind if I redirect the fan or turn it off?
Yeah, that's fine. Just redirect it.
Okay.
D70. Or just point it like straight up. It's a nice breeze.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
All right, you arrive in the hut. It is pretty much how you left it like an hour ago.
That kind of makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Vladimir was in a different spot though. His cats move around.
Yeah.
As cats do.
You don't linger for long. You turn around and you picture the shed.
Good times, that old shed. The people and me that would go in there. We were young and alive. Anyways.
Yes.
Want any more books while we're here?
Do you want to appear coming out of the shed, or do you want to appear going into the shed?
In.
In? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to force you guys to a map called Bosterra Town.
Bosterra shed.
Mountainton.
Town.
First I'm going to make it player visible, and I'm going to unfog it. I'm going to enforce center.
Nice. Master Dombros.
Yeah, it's Bosterra Town. It is in the somewhat greenish part of Bosterra.
These are rail tracks run right through the town. Is a major stop and a cardinal station. There is a bunch of like a ramshackle of buildings all kind of built together. A fire hazard if you've ever seen one. with this distinguished red cedar wood that used to grow in this area of Bosterra Town. Zephyros says, as you guys pile into the shed, it's that little building right there, so I'm going to call it the shed.
Nice.
It's pretty sexy, huh, guys?
Yeah, there's a bunch of like
What does that smell?
mining equipment. It's like a storage shed for some of the merchants that actually sell mining equipment. You wish you got into that racket, selling shovels and pickaxes and lanterns and helmets and rope and gear.
Manny.
There's a lot of it in here, and none of it belongs to you. Some of it is chained up or in large boxes. There is a there's a padlock on the outside.
Manny, if we weren't such ore whores, we could have gotten to the tool selling business. But anyways, here we go. He goes to open the door and so this is new.
Did you just say ore whores? Is that an industry term?
Of course, is that not in your books or you read, right?
I wonder what the divisions have been up to.
Probably oring it up. I don't know. As I'm trying, Ludo's trying to like go through the door.
Well, no, there's a padlock on the outside of the door.
Right, he's trying to like.
Oh, you're
pry
trying
it from the inside out.
pry it from the inside? Okay, give me a disable device, yeah.
Can I see through any cracks to the outside?
Yep.
Okay. I want to look through one of those cracks while he's doing that.
Okay, so then...
And Pixel is gonna fly under the door and
Okay, Pixel...
just make sure we've got an eye on things down here.
town made out of trees.
27.
Yeah, Luudo, you managed to kind of put in a pry bar and kind of pop the nails out of the part of the lock.
That was easy. Anyways, these miners were very good at locks, and that's where I excelled. Huh, Manny?
Yes, you ore whores sure are quite adept.
Some
You have to earn that word.
some drunk guy taking a piss turns around as Zephyros comes tubaing his way outside of the shed. What the?
Howdy!
Yeah, I need a good name for Bosterra's main tavern.
The ore whore?
Gold slut.
Gold something.
The Dusty Hole.
Jezebel?
Placer.
The
Gritty Grat. The
dirty ore?
The thirsty vein.
I like the golden grit.
Thirsty vein sounds like a real bummer of a heroin parlor.
You know what? I actually like the thirsty vein.
Thirsty vein.
Alright, so
I was thinking like it's a vein of ore that's like made out of alcohol and like
It's
I don't know.
heroin.
Yeah.
All right, the Thirsty Vein is kind of off the general the general stores, and then the Bosterra Inn they're all kind of attached.
In their construction, as you guys pop out of the shed, that you could hear
At this time of night, the laughter coming from the Thirsty Vein. It is a bit of a walk to the commune, says Zephyros.
And it's been, I could say, 10 minutes since our last drink, eh, Luudo? Manny, huh?
Do you think that perhaps we should get a room for the night?
I don't relish the thought of walking this far, this late.
I think that makes sense.
This place is grody. Yeah, Luudo, you notice there's a lot of people hanging around, stumbling around drunk. Either a bunch of the divisions had a big score, or the place is on bad times, and this is the only thing that's left to do.
Well, gentlemen.
You guys, as you all collect yourselves out of the shed and sort of close up the shed behind you, You do see a lot of people, like, casting glances your way, and the people around here don't... They seem to be rough, dirty, and not very friendly.
Hello there! Hi!
Spits.
Not quite at you, but just
Sort of spits in derision.
I didn't like this place last time I was here either.
Have I ever? I've been here, right? Yeah.
Getting out in the
Yeah.
desert with the blooms is the only reason to come here.
You've been here. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of ruffians loping about here.
Ooh. Quite gruff-looking young lads lurking in the shadows this evening.
Well, by the looks of it, it's either the best of times or the worst of times, but I guess we're going to find out.
Yes, well.
Okay, you go into the Thirsty Vein. There seems to be quite a few people having fun in the Thirsty Vein. They are all grubby, and it kind of reminds you of certain parts of the slough.
Like home already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luudo marches up to a particular spot at the bar. Manny hoists them up to the bar.
Thank you.
And he sits down like they were...
Left.
like they've never left.
Yeah.
Manny points at something on the bar, and you could still see like Luudo, you're carving.
He rubs his fingers like under the bar and he's like, yep, name's still there.
I'll saddle up to them. What's good in these parts?
Manny pushes over the guy that was kind of half sleeping at the bar beside him, and he gets up, sees Manny. Manny just grins, and the professor sits down.
Saddle up.
Everyone turns. Well, actually, the phants. No one seems to really care that Zephyros is there. They seem to not really even bow or talk to them, and they just scoot around him and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Zephyros just looks, and he goes, and there are some phant appropriate size furniture in here.
That's pretty nice.
Doesn't sits down near the bar where you guys are at.
Look, you're a common person just like us now.
You! We don't serve your kind here.
Which all of us, at least me, what about you? Do you do like...
Now you're alright.
Oh,
Your crean's gonna have to drink somewhere else.
Oh!
what? He doesn't even drink.
That's not a cream. That's I'll turn and cast a silent image over him, and I'll pump one up to make it more convincing, and go, "It's a bird."
Okay, there's this weird overlying of chicken feathers all over the thri-crean.
See?
See, one of those acres. Yes.
Okay. Apparently people didn't really like the casting of spells either. Did you do this silently, or is this a verbal spell?
Checking. It would have been a verbal component from a wand.
Okay. So you go, that's a bird! A bunch of feathers appear around him. Get him out of there! Get him out of there! There's a bunch of people booing and...
Tech, can you please wait outside?
I will wait outside, my queen.
Let me know if there's anything I can bring out for you.
If you say meat.
I'll see if I can find some meat.
Meat.
Son of a bitch.
People are throwing garbage at fucking Tech as he's walking out.
Throw him meat!
He actually picked up some of the garbage. And he wanders outside. Some people coming in are like, oh! As Tech goes outside. It's part fear, part... they might have reasons to hate the cream. The bartender kicked out the cream, just seems to glare for a moment at Fereosae and then doesn't say anything. He kind of gives you a look like, got my eye on you kind of thing.
I want to wander around the bar and just find people that are drinking, or small groups of people.
Yep.
And offer them a silver coin for their weirdest story of the weirdest thing that's happened to them out in the plains, in the mining. I want to find out if anybody's encountered any witches, basically. But
okay.
I'm not going to ask them directly.
So it is a diplomacy check to gather information, but I think it takes twice as long because you're trying to
Yeah, that's
trying
fine.
to
Yeah,
you're trying to beat around the bush a little bit.
Yep.
So give me a diplomacy check and a 2d4. That's how many
Alright.
hours of canvassing random stories, and each d4 will be a silver coin,
Okay.
or each number. Yeah.
Alright, what's my diplomacy? My diplomacy is plus 14. Can Pixel help?
Yep.
Yeah, Pixel's gonna try and help. Pixel does help. And I think I was 14, now I'm 16. 20 plus 16. 21, not great. 2d4. 5.
Okay, it cost you 5 silver pieces. You heard a story about how someone saw 2 desert rothae having a go.
Okay. Oh, that's weird.
And this thing!
They were wild!
Would you like to hear
desert
more?
rothae are big, shaggy yak creatures
Yeah,
that
alright.
phant can ride. That's how
Oh,
big they
okay.
are.
Yeah.
You heard a story. I need 5 of them.
Here
So
we go. 5 desert tales, Marty.
you heard that out there, the crazy cat folk ride giant worms around the sandy deserts.
Oh, I hear you. Is Muad'Dib back there?
You heard that there's a cave that drips diamonds.
It's a pretty good one. It's a good story, old man.
Crazy things out there. There's a hidden city full of gold, and he swears he saw a glint of it once. Out in the Great Parch.
Suspicious. Suspicious. Stu falling up just looking at the table weirdly from across the room. Sorry, I just.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Some strange old ladies live in the ruins of Titans. It's the closest you get.
Alright.
Luudo, you get up to pee.
I gotta drain the vein. Oh god, what's wrong?
Well.
Dad?
If it ain't little Luudo Coal-Bottom.
I can't see.
Is that really your last name? Coal-Bottom?
You recognize his voice anywhere.
He is a rival mining captain of the mining division. The reason why they call it division is that you get a bunch of quasi-independent teams all going out there to prospect and to mine. It is technically a union of divided interests. This is Ched.
Well, if it isn't Chode Bumplaster.
That's Ched.
Oh.
Urncaster. When you were all fleeing yond, my relatives and ancestors were still forging the best urns sold to all temples throughout the Great Wheel.
A lot of dignity in urns.
A lot of dead things in urns, says Manny as he stands up.
Who's gonna point? That's my friend.
And that's my friend, says Ched, as there's this really large half-ogre in full plate standing behind him.
Well, mine's diverse, so.
Bombus, Manny.
You guys know each other?
Yeah,
Cool.
What brings you to Bosterra? I thought your little mining company went defunct.
Defunct. Well, why just come back, see how the division's doing, see what's come of Bosterra, show a few friends around the old tavern. I've missed you. Luudo gives him a cheesy grin, like, yeah, right.
Tried your stake in the big city, huh? And came back here to beg for your job back. Don't think for a moment that anyone's gonna follow you back out into the Badlands again.
Are you hitting on me?
He glances to Manny. he turns another shade of red. Obnoxious as always. I would have thought you would have had your throat slit. A great station.
Hey, I did a lot of weird stuff there. I've seen a lot of things, but I'm just not into you, man. I've missed you as a friend, but jeez. I mean, does the urn store have any openings, or?
Oh, I love Luudo.
He looks. We'll find out why you've returned.
We're coming back to get drunk.
Indeed.
See how these old dusty plains are doing. How is the division?
He smiles. There are no more openings.
Oh. Looks like you can't divide by zero, huh, Manny?
What?
I don't know. I heard the professor say it once.
Yeah, you can divide by zero.
That's what he says.
Yeah. So what's the haps around here, Chad?
Well, there are only a few mining captains, he says as he brushes his shoulder and cleans his nail,
Would that be you?
that have scored anything as of late. The division's been handing out less and less writs of prospecting, let alone writs to dig a mine. And, well, only those of shrewd mind and are willing to get dirty.
Ah, so it sounds like you're digging in places you shouldn't be, huh?
Is that why you've come here? Drinking in places you shouldn't be?
I can drink here. The bartender likes me.
Enjoy your
glares.
stay in
I don't like you.
Enjoy your stay in Bosterra. And don't think for a moment that I'm going to allow you to get another writ. I didn't enjoy being your competition,
Because I was so damn good at it, right?
right? And that's why you had to leave.
Yeah, I got a little sticky.
He smiles. Good day to you, Mandreas. If ever you are in need of a better master, one who probably pays you, you know where to look.
Luudo's gonna gasp and look over at me and be, hey, we own a crab together. Don't let him get to you.
I'm gonna go work for that asshole.
God, because you've saved me a few times.
Although, he didn't have plate mail last time we saw him.
Yeah, he seems to have fallen into some earned money.
Seems to be wearing a lot of it on his face.
He was looking dashing, wasn't he? I mean, armored.
You should think about a mustache.
Should I?
Yeah, manly. Just don't make it too big, otherwise, when you wrestle, pull it off.
Luudo's gonna go to the ground and sweep his finger across and put a dirt mustache. Like, does it look right?
Sorta.
We'll test it out, see how people take to it.
Have I noticed any of this?
Oh yeah,
going on?
yes.
I will quietly, under my